Have you ever slept with someone you found physically unattractive? Why? Yay, when I lost my virginity I thought about losing it more than I did enjoying it. Wouldn't recommend. It's not the horniness, it's the loneliness. She is a friend of mine, and well had nothing else to do. Then, in all honesty, in the end she was by far the best I've ever had. Yeah, we dated for a few months. While her physical appearance wasn't great, she had an amazing sense of humor and a great personality. She was kind, and she was a fun person to hang out with. In the most kindest way I can put it. I had a casual thing with this chick, who was larger than I usually liked. I came because I was lonely and suffering a dry spell. I stayed because her enthusiasm was unparalleled. Plus everything felt like a boob. I moved away, so it's kinda over now, but those experiences are definitely in the spank bank. Yes. She was my supervisor and I wanted paid time off. Yes, she was a physics major who was working as a student tutor for my freshman physics class back in college. I didn't find her very attractive at first, but she had a great personality and everything she said was hilarious. She could explain the most mundane task and still throw in the funniest quips that would make me lose it every time. I never thought I would be the one seduced by charisma alone, but she was so brilliant that it didn't take her long to win me over. We continued a casual relationship for a year until she graduated. She's currently pursuing a PhD in physics at a top-tier university, and she's engaged to someone else. I'm admittedly a tad jealous. We still keep in occasional contact, and I honestly do miss her. But, I'm happy for her, and I'm glad she's doing well. Edit. By stud I mean someone who is very confident and charismatic. I wasn't aware there was a separate meaning. Sorry. Edit 2. Okay, I removed stud, but you get what I'm shooting for. Was working at a remote fishing lodge for the summer and there weren't many options. Reading this thread makes me wonder if my life is a lie and men have actually slept with me without finding me attractive. She had the best personality of any girl I've ever met. We clicked and I fell in love with her. Edit. For those upvoting, because it sounds romantic, we spent 8 amazing months together, and then she crushed me, and now I'm dead on the inside. Edit 2. This is a really great community. A lot of supportive guys and girls here. Bless all of you. Mainly out of pure amazement that she found me attractive. Yes, because she was willing to play with my penis. Enthusiasm goes a long way. Tequila is a hell of a thing. Alcohol mixed with desperation can give you the courage to fuck almost anything. I wake up to myself every morning. We were friends, knew each other all through college, and she had a great / funny personality, and was also a very horny girl at times. So while she wasn't the prettiest girl, I found her attractive because she was attractive. Damn good in bed too. Yep, I literally cannot say no. The only times I've ever said no is when I was in a committed relationship, because I'm not a cheater. Yes, she was kind and funny. Many times. Beauty is but a light switch away. I might have found someone unattractive before getting to know them. If I find them to be genuine, reliable and easy to talk to, I begin to find them attractive. We were married. Woman came over from a dating / hookup up. It was immediately clear her pictures were a few years and a couple dozen pounds ago. I was in a weird mood and had been drinking, so I was fairly apathetic and went through with it, but I've regretted it since then. Yes, because she was very kind and had big tits. It was great. Edit for more context. I had just had a bad breakup and she was a friend at college. Don't know if it was a rebound thing or I just found comfort in her, but she was a very giving lover. Hope she's doing well today. Yes. Low self-esteem. She was my GF for a while, because I actually ended up finding her very attractive, because of her amazing personality. Broke up mutually and peacefully, since we had to grow ourselves. They had a vagina and a pulse. It isn't easy having these high standards. I sleep with myself every night. Thank you. Yeah, my first wife. I got pushed into marriage due to cultural pressure and from my parents. Went into it for all the wrong reasons. I thought there was something wrong with me and got my test levels checked as to why I couldn't get aroused. I then realized as I get older, I had to actually have a physical and emotional attraction to someone in order to get it up. Imagine that. Lol. More to the story, but yep. She was the funniest girl I have ever met. We only stayed together for a year, but I laughed more times and harder with her than with any other girl. I'm 5 feet 3 inches 160 pounds. She was quite a bit heavier than me, which I wasn't used to. I wasn't attracted to her body at first, but after a while I started to appreciate it more and more. She was also much more experienced than me, though she was younger, so she was initiating most things and I happily followed along. Also, her demeanor played a huge part. When things were getting frisky, she was just so freaking hot. She was oozing sensuality and sex IDK. Everyone would love a gourmet meal for every meal, but sometimes you'll do anything for White Castle or Taco Bell. Because I just really needed a hug, but she wanted more than that. But I really wanted the hug. I was in love with her despite that. My first and last girlfriend. Denial is a hell of a thing. Yes, the person I dated was way cool. For sure. Totally amazing. Best sex of my life. Married her. Never found a reason to regret it. She is perfect in every way now. The girl I'm seeing right now is probably the most attractive girl I've ever slept with. She's very pretty. But I don't think she finds me as attractive. Pretty sure to her I'm just a snuggle buddy and a good fuck. She might be catching some feelings, but she constantly reminds me that I've got a few extra pounds. She likes to squeeze my belly fat, and today told me I need to make sure I get my workout in. In Mexico, some people say el que escoge no coge, which translates to a man who chooses is a man that never has sex. I was being a good wingman for my mate who was going after the pretty sister, so I was the diversion for the plain one, who I normally wouldn't have gone for. They lasted 2 weeks. We ended up together for 3 months cause she was actually a riot, as well as perpetually horny. We broke it off when she went off to uni. Made me realize at a young age that looks really are not that important in the grand scheme of things. Someone you were not sure that you found physically attractive, if you actually like who they are, you will be surprised how much more physically attractive you find them. Sex in your 30s and 40s, authors, with you in your 20s, at least my experience being a straight male, is definitely worlds better because of the confidence and connection. Even if there is something you might have thought you found unattractive, like extra belly left over from having kids, you would be surprised how little of an issue to even a positive that becomes. If you have half a brain, it is far more enjoyable with someone you are mentally and intellectually on the same page with. Nothing is more annoying than someone that you think is physically attractive, and then after sex is finished, you realize you really do not want to be around them a moment longer, because there's not much else there you like. Find the people you enjoy staying up with all night, having a few rolls, and talking with. I really don't understand how guys in their 30s and 40s and beyond have a thing for girls in their early 20s and even late teens.